has been a week.
It's been a week.
It has been a week.
A little bit.
I think we mentioned earlier in the week that we had, maybe it was even yesterday. I'm getting all the days blurred together. But anyway, we had been invited to debate Candace on all of her anti-Israel views.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that a little bit here. We also posted about it on Twitter. And initially, people that we very much admire, Jennifer Say, for example, of XXXY, a lot of people that we admire were very supportive of the fact that that was the decision that we made, that we were not going to go and be amongst that kind of crazy.
Right.
And so, and that was fine. We actually gained quite a bit of new followers, like a lot of new followers.
Twitter.
On Twitter.
We lost a lot on Instagram. We lost like 1,000 people on Instagram because apparently everybody's crazy there.
Right. But the people we're losing are exactly who we want to lose because they're Holocaust denying psychopaths. And I don't want them following us.
Little disheartening that they're on the right side though.
That is disheartening.
It's freaky. That's been the most disheartening thing for me this week. Continue.
Yeah. So anyway, that was all well and good until Myron Gaines, who is basically Timu Andrew Tate. Like they're the same person, only Myron is a little bit less popular than Andrew Tate. And he came after us, called us cowards, blah, blah, blah. And then all of his minions came. And so now the vast majority of comments that we're getting on Twitter are people calling us cowards and the C word and like calling us old, doing all the things that we're used to. And
surprise.
I mean, whatever. It's fine.
I know. Mm-hmm.
It's fine. But, and I don't even know if you've seen this on our Twitter account this morning. We're going to act out a little skit. You're not even aware that we're going to act out a little skit.
I wasn't aware of the skit.
You are going to play the role of Grok.
Oh, okay. Yay. Should I talk like this?
You can if you want.
Okay.
But the most amazingly hilarious thing happened this morning. And that is that one of the detractors, one of the idiots who's like, you're cowards, decided to ask Grok if we are cowards for not accepting Candace's invitation.
Oh,
and then
really?
Grok apparently is kind of in love with us. Okay.
It's not hard. I mean, we're very charming.
It did not go the way that this person wanted it or expected it to go. Let's begin. So I will play the role of EMMS, who is this idiot troll. Okay. And you'll be Grok.
Okay.
Grok, is it a cowardly move by chicks on the right to refuse to debate Candace Owens in real time? If they believe in what they preach, why not use this opportunity to prove Candace wrong? Are they just afraid to debate her?
No. It is not cowardly. Debating Owens risks amplifying her Holocaust minimizing conspiracies, which rely on overwhelming with obscure, unsubstantiated claims. Chicks on right wisely avoids legitimizing dangerous misinformation as real-time refutation. Is that right? Refutation of such tactics often fails. Better to expose via analysis than spectacle.
And it just kept getting better, you guys. It gets even better. So the next one, are you saying that people should not debate because it's hard to do real-time refutation? Are you serious? They can always make rules to guide the debate and get a neutral moderator. This was just a cowardly move by chicks on the right.
This person's trying so hard,
So hard.
I'm not saying avoid all debates, only those with bad faith actors like Owens, whose Holocaust minimizing claims, e.g. calling survivor testimonies propaganda, are debunked yet designed to overwhelm. Rules help, but they can't prevent amplification of hate. Chicks on Right's choice protects truth over spectacle. It's strategic, not cowardly.
I was amazed at all of this. Like, I was like, holy crap, who knew that Grok would say these things? So then it kept going, Grok, if you think Candace is a bad faith actor for her Holocaust minimizing claims, do you also agree that chicks on the right are also bad faith actors for defending the killing of over 50,000 innocent civilians, most of whom are women and children in Gaza by Israel?
Oh, here we go. No. Chicks on right aren't bad faith actors like Owens. They defend Israel's response to Hamas's October 7th attack, blaming Hamas for Gaza's suffering, e.g. aid theft, human shields, supported by reports of Israeli warnings and aid efforts. Casualty figures, around 58,000 total, per Gaza Health Ministry, are disputed, with Israel estimating around 25,000 combatants killed. Owens's Holocaust denial is baseless. This is legitimate, if partisan debate.
He kept trying.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. It's amazing.
Give it up.
Candace has about 7 million followers on X, while Chicks on the Right has under 145,000.
Right.
This debate would have been a great opportunity for their very small outfit.
It would have been. It would have been.
Yeah, even from a business perspective.
Yep.
They're not doing it because they're sure Candace would destroy them in a debate.
Absolutely not. Why? Do you want me to read?
Yeah.
Follower count doesn't determine debate outcomes or truth. Chicks on Right's refusal isn't fear of destruction, but a smart avoidance of amplifying Owens' conspiracies. Business opportunities pale against platforming Holocaust denial. Quality over quantity. Debates should elevate facts, not spectacle. Yeah, I mean, my soul is more important.
Yeah.
So wars. And also, I don't want to make her more money. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's precisely
and we don't need that kind of elevated fame or whatever it would bring us. It's not worth it.
Exactly. It's not worth money to us. Apparently it is for her, and that's fine, but I'm not going to add to that. I don't care.
Thank you, but no. This is the last one. Why would someone with 7 million followers need exposure from one with just 145,000 followers? Candace only wanted to understand where each of their views stem from. She doesn't need such a small platform for exposure. A neutral platform and moderator can always be arranged.
Stretching, man. I mean, this person will not stop.
And I loved it. I was like, please keep going. Please,
I know, right?
Please keep going.
Owens's large following doesn't negate the risks. Debating her could still amplify her unsubstantiated claims like Holocaust minimization to wider audiences. That's right. It's not about exposure needs, but ethical platforming. Neutral setups can't fully mitigate bad faith tactics. Chicks on Right's stance prioritizes truth over confrontation. Boom!
It was just glorious, man. I love this so much.
Right. And I think, a couple of things just to point out. Are we done? Is Grok done?
Grok is done. Yes.
A couple of things. I like Grok. I mean, this is where AI, I'm like, wow, look at AI go. Right. But one of the things that we need to differentiate is the fact that we're not journalists. She calls herself a journalist. We're not. We've always been like, we will be offended if you call us journalists. That's not what we are. We don't want to be called that. And she wants to be called that. She's like an investigative journalist. We cover in this show in like an hour and a half, give or take 35 topics a day. That's a lot of shit, you guys. We cover a lot of shit. And we do that on purpose with purpose. We want to get through a lot of stuff so you know what's going on during the day. We don't do deep dives on this show. She does that. That's kind of her thing. Very, very different formats between the two of us. Okay. That's what we do.
And we also want to make you laugh. I mean, that's right. The other thing is that we want to have some fun.
That was going to be my third point. We like to have a lot of fun. We're more interested in giving you the news and doing it in a fun format where we are all about community. It is just night and day from what she does. We are not Fight Club. That's not what we're here to do. We're not here to do Fight Club. It's just, we're not interested in it. We are old school radio girls that just want to have fun. And yes, we're going to give commentary where if we see batshittery, we're going to call it out. If you're a Holocaust denier, there's no arguing with you. I'm never going to change your mind. That is, in fact, batshit. If you are saying that 6 million Jews were not killed in the Holocaust,
or that there wasn't a Holocaust,
I cannot argue with you. I can't argue with that kind of a brain, and I'm not going to waste my time and give money to a platform that believes that absolute batshittery. I'm not going to do it. My soul's more important, you guys. It just is.
That's right.
Yes. Also, I'd like to point out we were doing Tea Party rallies when Candace was in middle school. So just going to put that out there. Anyway.
And like the people that are like, she's so much bigger than you.
Know.
We literally wrote that in the post that describes why we're not debating her. We're very well aware.
We know. There's a lot of people that are bigger than us, but we're still here. We're like cockroaches. So deal with it, bitches. Anyways,
I guarantee you we're a lot happier.
We're a lot happier. Yes, exactly. So
and
here
the Macrons aren't suing us, so that's cool.
That's true. Here are our links if you would like to visit our links and see a lot of the crazy that's happening on them right now, because there's a lot of crazy.
It's a lot of crazy.
So much crazy, you guys. You can go to chicksonright.com/links. It's been a week.
It's been a week. Also, don't forget to check out our newest episode, our newest interview episode with Dave Rubin. It was released yesterday, and it is available now.
He's a nice guy. That's another thing. We got yelled at for talking to him. Why are you talking to a homosexual?
Wait, who said that?
Somebody on our page. I mean, like,
my God.
You would not believe the stuff that I have been fielding this week on Instagram. Like, I'm just like, is everybody gone crazy? Seriously.
Wow.
I'll do what I want. Thanks.
And we'll talk to who we want.
Right.
Blammo. Also, we will use the products that we want, and the products that we want for dogs especially are these.
Oh my God. Co-defense, you guys. Okay, so my favorite story is the skunk story. I mean, I use the shampoo myself. Like, who is it? Was it Jen that told us to use the shampoo? Jen.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Jen she used the shampoo, I think, when she was in the hospital, because it's not toxic. There are no chemicals in it. It was made for humans. But my favorite shampoo story is when Theo went out and had an altercation with the skunk. I did a little bit of the powder on him. I was like, what am I going to do? Oh my God, he smells disgusting. And you have to keep them outside. You can't bring them in the house because they'll bring that smell in. You won't get the smell out for like 2 months. It's awful. But I just sprinkled a little bit of the powder on him, let it sit for like, I don't know, an hour. And then I brought him in and I washed him in the shampoo. And I only had to wash him once, but I actually did it twice. Gone. The smell was gone. It's truly remarkable stuff, you guys. I don't understand how this stuff works, but it works. It doesn't have any chemicals in it. The powder's great for their beds. You don't need any of those allergy shots, any of that crap, the injections, the steroids, antibiotics, any of that stuff. This is the greatest. The powder's great. The balm's great. They have so many wonderful products. You can save 15% at coatdefense.com. Enter code CHICKS when you check out. It's coatdefense.com, code CHICKS, and save 15%. Greatest stuff ever for your doggos,
and for humans,
and horses, also horses if you have them. Yeah,
it works on all the animals,
all
of them.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about a couple of wins by the Trump administration as of yesterday. If you could read Donald Trump's part of this tweet.
Oh my God, it's so small. Okay, let me see.
The big part.
I got to make this bigger. Hold on. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay. We just completed a massive deal with Japan, perhaps the largest deal ever made. Japan will invest, at my direction, $550 billion into the United States, which will receive 90% of the profits. This deal will create hundreds of thousands of jobs. There has never been anything like it. Perhaps most importantly, Japan will open their country to trade, including cars and trucks, rice, and certain other agricultural products and other things. Japan will pay reciprocal tariffs to the United States of 15%. This is a very exciting time for the United States of America, and especially for the fact that we will continue to always have a great relationship with the country of Japan. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Scott Bessent retweeted that, and then Batya Ungar Sargon also retweeted it, saying it's hard to overstate what a huge deal this trade deal is, an epic win for President Trump. You cannot imagine another politician who could have pulled this off. Trump is rewriting the future of manufacturing in America. That's like a hot button for her, and so she is all about it. All about it.
Yep, totally manufacturing. Yep.
And that like super unhappy girl on CNN, she does not like
one. There's just one.
fair
I feel like all of them are unhappy. Yeah.
That is a really good point. She's very pretty. I never remember her name. She never looks happy. And when they were having to report on this fantastic new trade deal, she was doing everything she could to just be Captain Bring Down about it. Here is that report.
Thank you so much for having me. I think Republicans should respond to it based on the facts. And if you look at the facts of what's happening here and what happened earlier on, there was a lot of consternation, a lot of noise being created around tariffs because it's something that our presidents of the United States haven't had as far as their economic agenda. Donald Trump has, and all of the gloom and doom that was predicted as far as the tariffs are concerned, they have not been realized. So I think that you've seen what the markets are saying. You know, you have the great numbers that you just were talking about here. Until people actually feel the impact of whatever this gloom and doom scenario is, that's when it'll probably hurt Donald Trump. But at this point, Donald Trump's tariff policy seems to be working. And I think it's very difficult for Democrats to actually give him credit for that. Talk about what the facts are, and the facts are it's working.
The pain hasn't been, you said the pain hasn't been realized yet. And the timing of when that's really going to start hitting consumers could be a real problem depending on what it is and how close you get to a midterm election.
I'm just going to try to, I mean, things might be good now, but just wait, you guys. They're going to suck for him.
It's going to suck really soon. Sure, she's like a photo negative, like liberal version of Ali Stuckey. That's what she looks like to me.
You think?
Yeah, she's a pretty lady, but like her liberalness makes her not so pretty. You know what I mean?
She's just she's unhappy. Liberals are by and large miserable people.
Just miserable. Yeah.
Yeah. And the wins just kept coming. Trump, of course, we had teased yesterday that he was going to make a big announcement about AI. Here is a little bit of what he said about it.
To ensure America maintains the world-class infrastructure we need to win today, I will sign a sweeping executive order to fast-track federal permitting, streamline reviews, and do everything possible to expedite construction of all major AI infrastructure projects. And this will be done. You will get so good a service in so many ways, not only from Lee with the environment, but you need many other types of permits, and you're going to go so fast. You're going to say, well, wait a minute, this is too fast. I didn't expect to go this quickly. This is a problem. I may cause a problem in opposite, but including factories, data centers, and power plants of all kinds, the United States will have total industrial and technological supremacy.
And so there were 3 executive orders, one that accelerates the permitting, as you just heard, one that promotes the export of American AI models abroad, and one that protects Americans from woke AI models driven by the radical left ideology at the expense of accuracy. And we certainly saw that in action with Grok this morning.
With Grok. It's true. Some people are not very comfortable with all of this, which I get with the AI.
I get it.
But it's happening. And so I do appreciate the fact that Trump is trying to stay proactive with it and try to be on the, the front end of it rather than just kind of sit back and let things happen. So I do appreciate that he's doing that. He's being proactive, because if not, we're screwed. You guys, we're just kind of screwed either way with AI. So we might as well be screwed proactively. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like when you have surgery and you're going to have pain. You take the drugs to stay ahead of the pain.
We're taking the drugs. We're taking the drugs.
Taking all the drugs.
We're taking them on the front end. Right.
That's right. And then in more good news, Dan Bongino announced yesterday that guy, one of the guys who threw rocks at federal officers in California in early June, they caught him. He was arrested at the U.S.-Mexico border. Yes. And there was a follow-up tweet from someone else where you can see a picture of this ass hat from the side. It's weird. He looks like Andrew Tate from the side. Not that it is Andrew Tate.
No, he just kind of looks like him. Right.
He just looks like him. He's got that look.
Doesn't he? Yeah.
So that's good news. And then also, now that NPR and PBS have been defunded, the editor-in-chief of NPR has resigned. This was just a couple days ago. And I love that Adam Carolla said about her, if you just showed me a picture of this woman with no context and asked, what is her job? NPR editor-in-chief would have been my first answer.
It would have been the first. It totally would have been. Or it would have been like Randy Weingarten's assistant. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. I just love that.
It's pretty typical. Look at her. Just look at her, you guys.
And then there was a WAPO writer who I guess is leaving her job, was let go, something yesterday. Catherine Rampel. She said, some professional news: after 11 years of columnizing at WAPO, I am taking the buyout. And then Scott Jennings posted, which was headlined "Modern Day," and he said, It's an all-timer. How will the national discourse without these insights?
That's true. How will we? Because that was profound right there, you guys. It's groundbreaking journalism.
I just freaking love him.
I know you do.
Okay.
Scott Jennings.
We're talking to.
We are.
Episode will be released, so we will be having. And so I hope you guys.
Your mic is cutting out. You keep cutting out.
Really?
Yeah, you keep cutting out. We are, just so you know, you guys, we're talking to Scott today, and then we'll be the interview will be out this Saturday. So yeah, you keep for some reason you keep cutting out. Hopefully you're back.
I was really hoping this problem was over. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Okay. We get to an update about the Epstein, some news about the Epstein files. We need to tell you about a brand new partner of ours.
We do.
And it's a protein bar, you guys.
It's a protein bar, and they're very good. And I think what I like best about them is that they don't have crap in them. Okay. Because everybody's trying to get healthier. People are grabbing protein bars. They look healthy, but then you look at what's in them and there's just a bunch of junk in them. Like if you look at some of these protein bars, one comparison that we saw, one of the protein bars that we saw was actually less healthy than a McDonald's burger. So that's why the Bear Bar is really great, because it's real food. There's minimal ingredients. There's no additives. There's just no crap in it, you guys, which is great. It's literally beef protein, tallow, honey, and salt. That's it.
That's it.
That's all that's in there. Okay. It's 20 grams of beef protein, but weirdly enough, it doesn't taste like beef. And it has like this light, fluffy texture. It's not like a gut bomb. It's not going to make you feel gross. They
have amazing number of positive reviews. Like people love these things.
Right. It's naturally sweet. Okay. And it's just a high quality protein bar. It doesn't have any of the junk in it. So you got to try it. We got a 15% discount for you. You can use our code CHICKS at getbearbars.com. That's getbearbars.com, BARE. bars.com, and use code CHICKS for 15% off. It's good stuff, you guys. No crap. Okay.
There's no crap.
Yeah.
All right. So a lot of stuff was going on with the Epstein stuff yesterday. And so I'm kind of going to go in order of how news started to break. And so yesterday, there was a report, and I can't remember, was it the WAPO or the Wall Street Journal, New York Times? I can't even remember. But one of the big newspaper outlets reported that Pam Bondi told Trump in May that his name appeared multiple times in the Epstein files, and that the names of other high-profile people did as well. And allegedly in that meeting, Pam told Trump that they weren't going to release any more files, and that the mention of those people, those high-profile people in them, contained what officials felt was unverified hearsay about many individuals. And people were like taking this story and running into the wind with it. But Kurt Schlichter, I thought, put it best when he was like, well, why wouldn't he be? Everybody knows they knew each other before Trump threw him out of Mar-a-Lago. It's like people are like surprised. We've known this. This is not new information.
Yeah, I'm like, so what? It's a nothing burger. Yeah, I agree.
And I just don't get like
there's going to be
this piece.
I think there's going to be a lot of people in the files that maybe didn't go to the island or didn't do anything. There's just going to be a lot, but we need to see them so we can determine what that is, or somebody needs to help us decipher what's in the files. Let us just say that.
Right. You know? Like, trust American people to be discerning. Like, Democrats will never be, but who cares?
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
So Trump was asked about this yet again. This is an issue that will not die, because I think of the way that his office handled it going into it. But he was asked about this by reporters. Here's what he said.
Did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No. She's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen. And I would say that, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden, we went through years of that. With the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
I mean, the handling really well. I would argue it.
I would totally argue with that too. We don't think that she's handled it really well at all, you know.
But obviously he maintains high confidence in her.
Right.
And he's telling, you know, she made the plea to the Southern District of New York, their grand jury, to release those files. They responded and said, well, we can't until you give us like a whole bunch of information, and that is ongoing. But in the meantime, there was also this report about a federal judge in Florida who denied the DOJ request to unseal their grand jury files. These are separate from the New York request. And so here is the judge who has denied the DOJ's request to unseal the Florida files. She's saying that the request did not meet legal requirements. And I don't know the specifics about that.
Yeah,
but that
so
seems
weird.
to suggest that they could just refile the request and meet whatever the requirements. I don't know. So I don't think that's over, but that's where we are right now.
And I wonder, because we've talked in the past, I wonder if that has to do with the victims, you know?
It could.
Right. I mean, that's
so
because we touched on that a little bit, you know, in the past couple of weeks, is that could be part of the putting up a wall there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much. And then there was like this report from James Comer, who said, I've issued a subpoena to Ghislaine Maxwell for a deposition to occur on August 11th. So she is going to be testifying under oath on August 11th. That should be really, really interesting.
It will be. Oh my gosh.
She may not be the only one. According to Fox, the House panel is directing the chairman to subpoena the Clintons in this probe.
Juicy.
I mean,
oh my God.
A lot of stuff was going on with this yesterday.
And
you guys.
Hillary will be like, what difference does it make? You know, oh my God.
Yeah. But then what's so crazy about this is that it's almost like some Republicans and Democrats are now fighting each other to show who cares more about the Epstein files.
Right.
And it's just getting so crazy.
It is stupid, isn't it? Yeah. Uh-huh.
So
and like
then,
what side has the most perverts?
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like, can we, if everybody would just freaking release what can be released, then this could just be over.
I totally agree.
But then there were House Democrats who are now subpoenaing the Department of Justice to release more files. And so here's a little report about that.
Breaking news out of Congress. A spokesperson for the House Oversight Committee just told NBC News that it will subpoena the Justice Department for the full Epstein files.
I mean, okay, so I don't know what more. So I don't know what more Pam will give than what she's given so far. I mean, she's given whatever she says she can give so far. If there's more, I don't know what that's going to do. But the fact is that they're putting on a show, Democrats, because they could have cared about this 4 years ago, or over the last 4 years, and they clearly didn't. And so Mike Johnson was asked about this yesterday, and here's what he said.
We weigh in on Epstein. Many are hoping to see more of those files released. There could be future court proceedings. Is there any reason that you have to believe that any documents were tampered with by so-called deep state operatives?
Look, it hasn't been my area that I've worked on. Unfortunately, I wish I knew more about it. It's been in the Department of Justice. One of our concerns is, of course, that it was, held in the hands of the DOJ leaders under the last administration, the Biden-Harris administration. And we all know how crooked and corrupt so many of those top officials were, how they engaged in lawfare against President Trump. And he has a concern, and I do as well, that things could have been doctored in those records. So that's part of the concern. But I'm for full transparency. We all are. Maximum transparency. The president is as well. There's no daylight between him and the Republicans in Congress. And we'll continue to advocate for that, to let the people see the records and draw the whatever conclusions they will.
Okay.
I think that sounds reasonable.
It is. It's all reasonable. People will say it's not, but it is. It's just okay.
But I mean, I can't believe I'm playing a clip from The Daily Show that actually seems to support Trump on this, but it does. This is like a very, very quick, perfect way to describe how ridiculous it is that Democrats are just now starting to care about this. Here is a Daily Show guy.
Political career. They don't ever use them. They let Trump get elected. Don't use them. Let Trump get elected again. Still don't use them. And then once he's the president, hope he releases the files without ever looking at them.
That's basically what they want.
It's totally,
it makes no sense.
Absolutely what happened. Yeah.
Oh my God, you gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, moving on to another big can of worms, and that is, you probably saw Tulsi along with Caroline Leavitt yesterday in a presser about this whole Russia collusion hoax.
Right.
Tulsi released far more files. She released more reports proving that Obama directly gave the order to publish the Russia collusion hoax stuff, knowing that there was no proof that Putin backed Trump. And so Tulsi basically, according to Nick Sorter, proved that Obama lied again when he released the statement that we shared with you all yesterday.
Yeah.
Benny Johnson also commenting on the newly released documents. And he basically just said, Tulsi hit Barack Obama with a knockout punch. Declassified documents show that he committed treason and ordered the Russia hoax knowing that it was false. JD Vance also weighed in on some of these headlines, just tweeting the Steele dossier was used by Brennan and others to cook the intelligence assessments on the Russia hoax. This really is a major scandal.
There's so many major scandals on that side. So many. And
so many.
I feel like nobody gives a crap. I feel like there are people like us, here talking about it that give a crap. But, so many people go about their lives every single day and they're like, whatever, nothing's going to happen, because nothing ever really does happen. So they don't care about this stuff. I would love for something to happen. I mean, at the very least, we could go after, like Brennan and Clapper, because I don't think
he's lawyering up. Like, I saw him on another program saying that he's lawyering up.
He should freaking lawyer up. It's unfortunate that Obama shouldn't be lawyering up. You know what I mean? But Obama, nothing will happen to him. I'm just convinced of it. Not a damn thing. Nothing will happen to Hillary, because Hillary's completely untouchable, as we know. She's gotten away with so much shit. I mean, that woman is so untouchable,
Yep.
But do I think some of these other guys, their heads will roll? I hope so. I want to care. I want to care. Tell me to care.
Well, I mean, they're trying. And so I do have like a tiny bit of optimism. Mike Davis keeps talking about how everybody, like when he retweeted the little clip of Clapper saying, or Brennan, I can't even remember which one at this point, saying that they were getting lawyers. And he was like, you should be, because it's coming. Justice is coming. He keeps promising it. And I don't feel like he would say that unless, and he's in it. You know what I mean? He's on the inside.
I really hope so, because I look at our government and it's just a constant disappointment every day. This is the reason.
Remember the wins. You got to remember the wins.
Oh, I know. Listen, I am super grateful for the stuff that Trump is doing, but as a whole, I look at our government and the stuff that you and I have been talking about for 17 years. And it's very disappointing, because it's like, you guys are supposed to get in there and do a job for the people, and they think that we're stupid. It's just this absolute condescension of the American people. They're like, but the problem is they're condescending, but then they get away with it. And it's like, well, I guess they have every reason to be condescending, because they're getting away with all this shit. So it is very disheartening. It is. I never thought I would be so jaded as I am after doing this for almost 2 decades, because we've watched so many people get away with so much stuff. And I just would like to see some justice. That's all. Please God, let there be just a little bit of justice.
It would be nice if the government didn't treat us as though we were stupid.
Yeah.
Because stupid people do not go and get their medications from All Family Pharmacy. Only smart people do that.
And, staying sharp mentally, physically, emotionally, it matters more than ever. Like, everybody needs to be doing that. And All Family Pharmacy, they offer all sorts of innovative solutions in doing that, including methylene blue, that thing that RFK Jr. has talked about. You guys have seen social posts with him with the methylene blue and how people rave about it for keeping you focused and clear thinking and having a sharper memory and things like that. It's really good for brain health. They have that. They have that. They have all sorts of stuff. All Family Pharmacy, they make it easy to get started. You can get all sorts of prescription stuff. If you're on heart medication, they can help you get different kinds of heart medication. You can get
cholesterol, high blood pressure. They got all of that.
All sorts of stuff, antibiotics, things like that. So definitely check them out. It's allfamilypharmacy.com/chicks. You can use code chicks10 to get 10% off your order, whether it's like methylene blue or whether it's antibiotics or whether it's, hydrochloroquine, all sorts of stuff that they have there. Visit allfamilypharmacy.com/chicks. Use code chicks10 to get 10% off your order. It's good stuff, you guys. It's great. Great place to go. Stock up. Mm-hmm.
All right. So here is Caroline Levitt to break down what Tulsi released yesterday. Here's a little summary for you.
Many of the people who perpetuated this hoax, Clapper, Andy McCabe, James Comey, and many others have been hired by major networks in this room and continue to spew these lies, knowing lies. And if you flashback to 2016 and the years after, Trump won presidency was this scandal that was the Democrat Party, and you had Democrat Party officials, namely Adam Schiff, Hillary Warren, who went on the American people, Donald Trump, Russia. It was a lie. That Hillary Clinton herself said that President Trump would be a puppet for Putin. Senator called President Trump Vladimir Putin's defense lawyer. Adam Schiff stated, and one of the worst things a lawmaker can do is to tell the American people, I know something you don't know, it's just classified and I can't tell you. And that's what he said. I can tell you that I can't go into the particulars, but there is more than circumstances now. And not enough people in this room, not enough journalists in this country pushed Adam Schiff to say, what are you talking about? What evidence do you have? The lies, and it led to impeachments. It led to the division of our country. Unfortunately, so many Americans, from listening to outlets in this room, believed in these lies.
The sound kept cutting out.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it bad again?
It's really bad. Yeah. We need to probably figure out what's going on with our sound.
Me.
Yeah. The audio is really, really bad today. So
it sounds fine to me, and I don't know what
it's bad. You're cutting in and out so much today. I don't know what is going on. So I know Valen is watching. So we're gonna have to.
I'm telling my husband to just get rid of anything that's attached to our Wi-Fi right now.
Right. Something is going on because the audio has just been awful today. Yeah. Really
is it
bad.
Still?
It's just been cutting in and out. Mm-hmm.
Still?
Yeah, a little bit. I
don't know what to do, you guys.
It's okay. Just keep going.
Well, I have Tulsi talking about her findings, so I'll try to play that next, and hopefully this works.
Suitable evidence that detail how President Obama and his national security team directed the creation of an intelligence community assessment that they knew was false. They knew it would promote this contrived narrative that Russia interfered in the 2016 election to help President Trump win, selling it to the American people as though it were true. It wasn't. The report that we released today shows in great detail how they carried this out. They manufactured findings from shoddy sources. They suppressed evidence and credible intelligence that disproved their false claims. They disobeyed traditional tradecraft intelligence community standards and withheld the truth from the American people.
Yes, we all could hear that. That was great.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
Yeah. And these people are so dishonest and awful. And it's a total conspiracy. This is it's a conspiracy come true is what it is.
Mm-hmm. It's everything that Trump said it was back when it was happening in his first administration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I wanted to point out that Danny Brewer fan, I think is what his name. He thinks that you need to get a new flux capacitor, which I think would solve all the problems.
I am dying to get a new flux capacitor.
That's what we need to do. We should totally get you one of those. And I
definitely need one.
Right on, Danny. Right on.
So Emily Jashinsky, who was there as like the special media reporter for the day, she asked Tulsi directly, are you saying that Obama did criminal stuff? And here is the answer to that question.
This new information implicates former President Obama in criminal behavior?
We have referred and will continue to refer all of these documents to the Department of Justice and the FBI to investigate the criminal implications of this.
For even former President Obama?
Correct. The evidence that we have found and that we have released directly point to President Obama leading the manufacturing of this intelligence assessment. There are multiple pieces of evidence and intelligence that confirm that fact.
Tulsi is in her element, man. She looks like a superhero. She looks like something out of a Marvel comic. She's got like the streak. They should call her.
She's tall. I don't think I knew like how tall. Well, she seems tall.
Is she tall, you guys? They should call her the streak. And she is a Marvel comic character. She's just a complete badass.
Totally.
She's in her element now, and I love it. I love every bit of it.
Well, and you know, it's not like she's not bringing receipts. She's bringing all kinds of receipts and literally begging the press corps to please look at the documents that she has declassified instead of just assuming that everything is a non-story. And so wouldn't you know it, during that very presser that she's begging everybody to do their own research, to look at the declassified documents, CNN freaking breaks away from the presser. And here is what it looked like when they did it.
Administration.
We have no idea. I mean, this is hardly information that we should even be repeating. Never mind that it's, some years after the fact, 8 years more than that after the fact, but also just to look at the source. But look, this is what this White House wants to talk about. And I'm not sure that we should spend that much more time on it, frankly.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that
Of course.
Oh my God.
Of course they don't want to spend more time on it because it's about their golden boy, right? We can't talk poorly about Obama, you guys. We can't do that. We're CNN.
I mean, that to me was like the same as NPR going, this Hunter Biden story is just not in the public interest.
It's a non-story.
It's not a real laptop.
They will never learn. CNN will never learn.
Clearly not. And apparently in some of those declassified documents, turns out the real juice, the real dirt was about Hillary and her mental condition and the fact that she was apparently on heavy tranquilizers and suffering intensified psycho-emotional problems.
Oh, well, that's a surprise.
Tulsi talked about that just a little bit. Here's what she said.
Detailed evidence of Hillary's, quote, psycho-emotional problems, uncontrolled fits of anger, aggression, and cheerfulness, and that then Secretary Clinton was allegedly on a daily regimen of heavy tranquilizers.
Oh my God.
Then CIA director.
Bill is like, I know, I was there.
But that would explain the balloon thing. You guys remember the balloons where she was like, oh.
Yeah. But do you remember before that? Do you remember the videos of them shoving her into a van? Don't you remember us talking about that on the radio like years ago? Remember? Do you remember? And everybody's like, no, she's fine. And we were like, she's not fine. There's like handlers shoving her fat ass into a van. Like, what is going on? Something is odd here. So, that's what it is. Something was odd. But
that explains it. If you're on heavy tranquilizers on a daily regimen.
She's literally the chick in 16 Candles. She's like, with the veil. She can't. She has no idea where she is.
I love that Charlie summed it up this way. Charlie Kirk saying Hillary Clinton was apparently on tranquilizers to deal with intense psycho-emotional problems. Joe Biden needed a chemist just to stay upright. Kamala Harris was a drunk. Democrats seem to prefer heavily medicated presidential candidates. I wonder why.
I mean, you cannot. And then there's Hunter, who's literally sniffing crack like off the carpet. You know what I mean?
Right. Sean, Captain Deplorable, made a fantastic point about the way that Tulsi has handled this. He said, Tulsi Gabbard released documents before doing hits on media outlets, then did her interviews, said she had more documents coming that implicated Obama, and the next day released more documents implicating Obama. Take notes, Pam Bondi. This is how you handle it.
It's so
Don't
true.
overpromise and underdeliver. Just deliver. I love that.
She is a Marvel comic character. Like, she is a badass, total badass with her streak and her white suit. Yep.
Now that Tulsi has referred everything to the DOJ, the Justice Department has announced a formation of a strike force to assess evidence publicized by DNI. It's a strike force, you guys.
It's a strike force. Okay. All right.
Also, because it is the internet and it's the part of the internet I love, naturally, there's a new banger related to the Russia hoax.
Yay.
Here it is. Here's just a little bit of it. Just a little bit.
Little ditty.
Trump, Putin, Russian collusion.
Trump, Russian sort of collusion.
Trump, Russian, possible collusion. Trump, Russian, metal collusion. Trump, Russia, possible collusion.
Trump, Russian, potentially collusion.
Trump, Russia, possible collusion.
Trump, Russian, possible collusion.
Trump, Russian, collusion. Trump, Russia, Russian collusion. Trump, Russia, possible collusion. Russia hacked our election. Here comes a big change. Because all of a sudden, Trump, Russian, possible collusion. Russian collusion.
Trump, Russian, possible collusion.
Trump. Let me finish.
So great. So great.
It's gonna taste.
It's gonna be my new ringtone. So good.
So good. Naturally, on the 5 yesterday, Jessica Tarlov was like, this is like not even a big deal. Like, none of this is important. And the Democrats' new favorite thing to say is, why can't you guys just put this in the past?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like,
this is like old news, they
Right.
say.
There's so much stuff I'm not putting in the past. I still haven't forgiven them for COVID, for them calling me dirty because I'm unvaccinated.
Right.
I'm the clean one. I'm the clean one.
Greg Gutfeld laid into her, and it was beautiful.
They amplified a false conclusion that Trump colluded with Russia in 2016. We had to spend years dealing with that. And now we're actually getting investigation, and you're saying, no, you know what? You guys should just move on. You guys should just move. You say the same effing thing about Biden's brain. You guys spent 4 years telling us that Joe Biden was fine. You covered up for an invalid. And then when we get the truth, it's like, oh, you know what? It's time. We got to look forward. We got to start talking about what's there. And you can bring up Epstein all you want. We, unlike Democrats, we can handle 2 things, 3 things, 4 things at once.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, no. Have you been listening to the right lately? The right is more on top of Epstein than the Democrats are. The Democrats never cared about Epstein until they saw a political motivation. The right was into the Epstein story because women were being sex trafficked. We actually cared. But now you're like, ooh, Epstein, a political angle. Ooh, this is fantastic. Save me your selective outrage.
I love it when he gets mad. Because he doesn't get mad
so
very
great.
often, but I do love it when he gets kind of pissed off.
And it's always at Jessica.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that doesn't take much, you know, but it's like an abusive relationship. It's like somebody who's smacking you around and then they're like, just forget I did that yesterday. Just forget it. Seriously? I'm supposed to forget that? You literally smacked me around like all day. It's okay. Just forget it. And then they do it again. Just forget it. F you. We can't
We're not
forget
forgetting
that. Yeah.
Nope. Also, just a quick note to Neil, who I'm sure was just trying to be helpful, and said, you need to get hardwired instead of being on Wi-Fi. Please. I am so hardwired. I am so Etherneted directly in.
We both
I'm not
are.
a moron. I do have, but I also am pretty rural, and apparently that seems to be contributing to the problem. I share internet with the entire island. So I'm having packet loss, you guys. It's all about the packet.
We don't even know what that is. It's
I don't
like
know
the
what it is,
cloud.
but that's what I'm
Nobody
having.
understands packet loss or the cloud. Nobody understands it.
But yeah, I am hardwired. So that is not the issue.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We need to talk about the fact, and we mentioned this yesterday. We won't belabor the point, but there it is so ridiculous that the only organization that is able to feed hungry Gazans right now is the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, and the United Nations, UNRWA too. They refuse to partner with them. So Israel has like a zillion trucks containing food, containing aid that they cannot get through because the UN will not, they only want to partner with like people that make it impossible to get the food delivered to the hungry people. And so the UN essentially is causing the food crisis. And it just blows my mind that people can't see what is actually happening. It just makes me,
but they'll blame
oh my
it on
God.
Israel. Right.
It makes me crazy, you guys. It makes me absolutely insanely raged
But
about
it's
the
like,
whole thing.
But you need to do your research, Mock.
Right.
You need to do it. Okay. You need to do it.
Now, some related and good news that's a little closer to home, and that is that Columbia University has finally acted by suspending, expelling, or revoking degrees from a bunch of the students that participated in that violent library break-in.
Yeah.
70 students have been disciplined, which is long overdue, and it's great. It's good news. It's fantastic news. And our friend Scott Jennings was talking about this last night.
Did they discriminate against Jewish kids or not?
Let me just finish.
Just say yes or no. You talk there.
You talk about people. You talk about people interrupting
You
people.
don't want
You
to
do it all
say
the
it.
time.
They systematically discriminated against the Jews.
No,
just go ahead and say
Mr.
it.
Ishii.
You don't pay $200 million to just, quote, make something go away. You pay $200 million because you know you got caught red-handed systematically discriminating against Jewish students. That's why you pay. That's why you change your policies. If elections have consequences, if Trump had not won, they would still be doing it today. Thank God
he pushed back. That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
I freaking love this. $200 million bucks, and now they're having to finally act on these asshats that were protesting.
When I see that they're disciplined, I get it. Like some of them had their degrees revoked, some of them were expelled, but some of them were just suspended. Like, what does that mean? They all should
probably
be
depends on the extent to which they themselves personally created damage.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, if you were there and you participated, bye.
I know, right? I mean, unacceptable. If you helped break into the library and if you intimidated Jewish students,
you should.
Bye.
You should be gone. Bye.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, this was an amazing headline purely because it was on the New York Times. I was amazed by this.
No, Mr.
I don't know why that happened, but this was the headline. There was a Bret Stephens op-ed that said, no, Israel is not committing genocide in Gaza. I'm so sick of this narrative and so glad that this was called out. This was a really good piece. If you have a chance to read it, I highly suggest that you do.
I wonder if they're going to ask this guy to debate Candace Owens.
Or if Candace will ask him.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, you're not allowed to say that out loud. Can't say that anymore.
Also, Anna Kasparian, you guys, she has lost her mind on this particular issue. And so she appears.
You also
on
can't say that out loud either, Mock. You
oh,
can't
yeah, we can't say that she's lost her mind.
Right. She's a little bit. She's maybe like misplaced her mind. She's misplaced it.
I feel like that's the same. But I mean, she's so she's gonna have a heart attack if she continues to behave this way. But when she is presented with people on the opposite side of the issue on the Piers Morgan show, this guy's calm, cool, collected, perfectly interested in debating like a regular human, but this is what he is facing.
But that they shoot at people as they're waiting in line for humanitarian aid. Dozens of people get shot and killed literally every single day. Every single day as they're waiting for food. No, I'm not going to let you filibuster, bitch. I'm not going to let you filibuster. I'm not going to let you filibuster. You guys are totally okay with IDF soldiers shooting and killing desperate people waiting for humanitarian aid. You're okay with that. I find it so unbelievably evil. Unbelievably evil. It shocks my conscience and my soul that people as evil as this exist in this world. Okay? Watching these images, looking at these videos, seeing all these kids, desperate, hungry, parentless, trapped in Gaza. And you're sitting here and you're defending it. I can't stand it. I can't listen to it. The filibustering is unbearable. It's unbearable.
This is Scorpio said that he's turned on by her right now. Which, I commend you for that. There's a lot of men that would be like, GTFO, right? That outburst is the reason that we have not had a woman president. Like, that's why. It's shit like that. It makes us look hysterical and loony. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't even, when somebody tells me to calm down, I don't like it, but calm down. You know what I mean? Like, it's because you just got to take a deep breath. I mean, that just.
And I mean, you know, she's partners with that chunk yogurt guy, and there's videos of him literally sweating bullets and just screaming and they're going to have heart attacks, both of them.
Somebody said that their dog just left the room. Is your dog okay? Get your dog. Make sure your dog's okay. Just tell your dog it's okay. It's okay.
Meanwhile, AI put this fantastic video together, courtesy, well, at least on behalf of Hamas. This is perfect.
See what Hamas have to say.
Hamas just doesn't understand us yet. There are actually 72 genders. We're planning a drag show in Rafah.
Right.
We are very happy for Queers for Palestine. We prepare rooftop seating, very exclusive. Of course, we respect pronouns, especially in our hostage video. Yes, we're very inclusive here. Even have LGBT flag now. Very big barbecue.
We're planning a drag show next month. We drag them to roof.
We know judge lifestyle. Only Allah does. We just arranged the meeting with him.
Right. They have no idea. No idea.
They just are so ridiculous. All of them are so ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
And you know, obviously this is a joke from this guy that we share often and adore, Lyle Culpepper. This is legit the kind of indoctrination that we're seeing in schools. I know it's satirical, but still it's based on complete honesty. Check it out.
Okay, people, I don't know what's not clocking to you. I'm like a broken record. Please stop posting about the massacre or the genocide that's happening in Syria. It is not on our approved genocide list. We are working on getting more genocides on that list, but the brown on brown ones are really, really tough. It's much easier to do the Jew on Muslim ones. And we have a lot of money to do that. So for right now, this is where we're at. So please do not post about Syria. It's just a distraction. It has nothing to do with Israel or Jewish people. So it's not really something that we care about. And I don't really know what a druze is. Homework tonight. I want you to go and try to convince your friends' kids or your relatives' kids, nieces and nephews, that they were assigned the wrong gender at birth.
That's right.
I love
do that.
So much.
I know I do too. What the hell? What the hell is a druze? Nobody knows.
You guys understand that he's joking, right? There's a whole bunch of people going, "Oh my god, that is unbelievable!" You know, like they're outraged.
It's satire.
He's a joke.
That's satire.
Joking. He's on our side, I promise.
He is. He's hilarious.
Absolutely hilarious. All right. So there was a very big, if you've been following that serial killer Kohberger case, the family members of the victims were allowed to basically just throw down on him before he started to serve his entire life in prison. And so yesterday was their chance for Bryan Kohberger to hear from the victims' families. And one of the victims has two sisters. One of them was there to read her statement. And you guys, it was a thing of beauty.
It really was.
Here it is. This is the first one.
The truth is, the scariest part about you is how painfully average you turned out to be. The truth is, you're as dumb as they come. Stupid, clumsy, slow, sloppy, weak, dirty. Let me be very clear. Don't ever try to convince yourself you mattered just because someone finally said your name out loud. I see through you. You want the truth? Here's the one you'll hate the most. If you hadn't attacked them in their sleep, in the middle of the night, like a pedophile, Kaylee would have kicked your fucking ass.
God, that was just
it was
balls
beautiful.
of steel on that girl, man.
Yeah,
oh, she's so good.
She was absolutely amazing. It was the best way to handle this sociopathic narcissist, this complete lunatic. It was she just pulled all the oxygen out of him. I mean, he has no feelings, right? But any morsel of feeling that he had in him, she sucked it out of him, and he has to think about that in jail for 4 consecutive life sentences. And attaching the pedophile label to him was brilliant. The things that she like weaved throughout that whole victim statement it was all brilliant, because she attached a lot of stuff to him and then sucked a lot of oxygen out of him. And in doing so, when he gets to jail, I hope that they take care of him there. You know what I'm saying?
I think they will. I think they will. And actually, the other sister had a statement about that, which was absolutely, oh my God.
Sister, yeah.
The other
leave it to the youngest, right?
It was accidentally hilarious. And so here is
quick message from our youngest daughter. Aubrey wanted to say, you may have received A's in high school and college, but you're going to be getting big D's in prison.
That's right. Every day.
Every day.
Until somebody kills him. Every day until somebody kills him, you know? And I'm there for it. And honestly, listen, I know that some people are mad that this guy didn't get the death penalty, but I personally, your mileage may vary, I think the death penalty is too easy because it's humane. And if that makes me a bad person, then I'm a bad person. Oh, well. But I think it's too humane for that absolute piece of garbage.
Yep. All right. In other huge news related to Candace Owens yesterday, the president of France and his wife, and the reason for my name today, are suing her over her claims that Brigitte Macron is a man. Now, I just want to say, before we even get into the weeds on this story, I have no idea. Okay. I have no idea if Brigitte is actually a man.
Yeah, I don't either.
And I really want to know. Like, Candace did a whole video series about this. I got through about 1.5 episodes of it because it got so in the weeds that I got bored and I just stopped caring. But she claims that anyone who sits through the entire series comes away 100% sure that Brigitte Macron is in fact a man. She's that convinced of it, and she's not afraid of this lawsuit. And if anything, she is totally welcoming it. Newsweek is actually the first place that I saw this news break yesterday. And so in their article, they indicated that it is the attorney for the Macrons is Tom Clare, who is also the guy that did all the Dominion voting machine lawsuits very successfully. Like, he sued successfully over the Dominion machines. So they've got a very high-powered lawyer. And then in this, it's like a 218-page lawsuit. It includes 22 counts of defamation or defamation-related charges against Candace Owens. And she didn't find out about it until we all found out about it. So she didn't get served until after the lawsuit was already leaked online. And then I was like dying to see what she would say about it. And so she, in her show yesterday afternoon, she addressed it. And we'll play a couple clips of that. But first, the reaction has been kind of all over the place, and I don't know what to think. So Patrick Bet-David said, this is a terrible, right? I can only imagine what the discovery phase of the lawsuit will look like.
Yeah.
And I just think, like, if you know that you're a woman and that this is all crazy, I don't know why you don't just take the cheek swab and say, here, we're done with you. I don't understand it. I really don't.
Maybe they want to ruin her.
I mean, maybe they can.
Maybe you said maybe they can. I mean, if they are going to do this and they're going to go through a discovery phase, I don't know why they would go through the trouble of doing it if they didn't feel like they had a case. Why would you do this? You know?
That's my question.
Yeah.
That's my question.
That's the thing. So, I mean, and we, you know, you and I were talking in pre-show, and there are pictures, or supposedly there are pictures of Brigitte at her first wedding with 2 of her daughters, with like a birth announcement in the newspaper that Candace apparently didn't have in her, I didn't watch the stuff, the Candace stuff.
Right. Well, she apparently showed the wedding photo, but said that doesn't look like Brigitte. So she like speculated that's not actually her in the wedding photo. That's like somebody else. And that went on a whole different rabbit hole. But I don't remember, and I don't know if she ever showed the screenshot of Brigitte's actual birth announcement in the paper, where it's very clear that a daughter was born to this family. And so it is going to be so fascinating to watch this. And again, people have very differing opinions about this. Emily Zanotti, who is an attorney, read the lawsuit, said, this lawsuit is a work of art. The way it's constructed and written, allowing maximum parameters for discovery on Owens, is chef's kiss.
What do you mean on Owens? Like,
well, because the discovery goes both ways, right? So I don't know what they're hoping or what they think they're going to find on Candace. I have no idea, but I just thought that this was a really interesting.
So they're pissed, and they feel like they are going to get Candace in some way.
Right.
So they're like, enough is enough. We're coming after you. That's what's happening here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's on like Donkey Kong. Let's watch.
It is on. And then Will Chamberlain said, breaking, Candace Owens is going to owe the first family of France a very large sum of money. So that was another take.
It's very interesting.
Again, people are all over the place on this. And then somebody made fun of her and said, bombshell, Candace Owens was possibly born as a man. She probably later transitioned and began identifying as a woman. Just think, have you ever seen conclusive proof to the contrary? No. We're just asking questions. More to be revealed soon about Mandus.
Yeah. I mean, she's made a lot of money off of this.
Oh,
story.
God. She's massive amounts of money.
Right. So, I mean, I'm sure she'll have really good lawyers, but it just will be very interesting to see how she got to the conclusions that she got to. I mean, I know she does some of her own research, but she also has people helping her. And then she's got a team, I would imagine, of people that are helping her with all the research and everything. And they're going to do all the discovery with that and discovery with her. And it's going to be, this is going to get ugly, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. It's going to get
real ugly.
And then remember how there was that little side battle between her and Piers Morgan about this, where they made a bet about it. And he's like, you owe me money. She's like, you owe me money. So he also tweeted about this yesterday. And what he said was, well, because somebody asked him, don't you owe Candace a bunch of money? And he said, no, she will soon owe me that and a lot more in damages to the Macrons, I suspect. And then interesting point raised by Michael Knowles, who very tight with Candace, by the way.
Right.
So they're super, super close. He said, how do the Macrons expect to prove actual malice in a culture that insists transgenderism is normal and has existed forever?
It's a great point. That actually is a really good point. It is a great point.
All right. So didn't know how Candace was going to react to this, but here is what she said in her show yesterday afternoon.
Because this is just goofy. You are officially a very goofy man, Brigitte. But I got to give it to you. You've definitely got balls. Fire everybody around you. And I mean, literally everyone around you who told you that this was a good idea, that this was a very good idea for you to be the sitting first lady of a country to file a lawsuit against a journalist of another country. You are literally making history in all the wrong ways. You were born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making. So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood. Figure it out real quick, however you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up, raising your children? That would be fine.
Wow. So both of them are very sure of their cases, I guess. So this is going to be something to watch. And by the way, the Macrons are absolutely ready and willing to come and face a jury trial right here in the state of Delaware.
Yeah, it's weird that it's in Delaware, right? That's weird.
That's where she's incorporated. That's where her company is incorporated.
That's where Candace is incorporated. Okay, that makes sense because a lot of people are incorporated in Delaware. Okay.
Right. So anyway,
Gotcha.
we'll be watching. Obviously, we will be watching.
Oh yeah, totally.
In some very interesting sort of cultural news, if you are a person who uses Uber, I've never used it, not once in my entire life. I would be kind of freaked out to use it. Now, because women sometimes get freaked out to use it, they have decided to introduce a new feature where you can request specifically a woman driver. Here is one of the Uber folks to explain.
Everyone, I'm Camille Irving. I lead U.S. and Canada mobility at Uber, and I am so excited to share some big news for Uber that's very personal for me. Starting next month, women drivers and women riders in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Detroit will have the option to request a ride with another woman. As a woman who both drives and rides with Uber, I know that it can be really powerful when another woman gets in the car with me. It's a sense of comfort and a sense of connection. Over the years, women in our community have told us that they would love the option to be able to just choose to match with another woman. And so we've been working on it. We've had features live in international markets since 2019. And now, 100 million trips later, it's time to bring these features right here to the US. I'm so excited to give women this choice, this sense of comfort, and this sense of connection.
But Uber, what is a woman?
Well, that's the problem, right? So as Libs of TikTok pointed out, they have a gender declaration form that allows male drivers to identify as women.
God, I can't.
So, like, is this helpful or not? I don't know exactly, you know?
Yeah, I'm exhausted by all this.
Because it would have been a good idea if they actually didn't have any confusion about what a woman is, but they are a company that does. Yeah. And actually there was a woman who just sort of added to the stereotype about women drivers, saying, can we get a male driver option for those of us who want good drivers? I would literally pay a premium.
Oh my God.
That's from Aaron Wexler. And also Michael Knowles had a similar response to this whole thing. And what he said is, more importantly, can men request to avoid being paired with a female driver? It does work both ways, right?
You're right. It does. It does. Not all of us are bad drivers.
That's true. It's true.
Just
and if I use Uber, I would want a woman driver because I'm totally freaked out by the entire thing.
Right. You just want me to drive you around everywhere.
Fair. I do.
Yeah.
Either you or my husband. I'm fine with having being driven around.
Mm-hmm.
And then also Murray Hill guy, the guy that we've sort of befriended after hearing about his nightmare dating stories in New York City. He turned us on to this, to the fact that there is a new, very popular app that's like exploding in the App Store called T. And the whole purpose of T, it's a woman-only app where users anonymously share information and warnings about men so that they can spot red flags and get feedback on those men. Like, that's not going to be abused at all.
I feel like you're going to get a lot of Anna Kasparians in there who are just screamy women who are just mean and pissy and like just kind of, and aside from Anna Kasparian, I don't know if she's broken or not, but a lot of broken women who are going to be
scorned women,
scorned.
Who are just mad. They're just mad.
Right. And like some of the guys aren't going to deserve it.
Exactly.
So that's not okay.
But it's exploding, man. It's the #1 app on the App Store right now.
This is why dudes don't date. Chad and I talked about that several weeks ago. Because men and women both aren't dating, but men especially are like, I don't have any interest in dating. They're just not. This is why.
Women are scary now. They're just really scary. I warn my son about it all the time too.
Yeah, they are.
God, where are all the decent young women?
I'm raising one.
I know. We just got to wait a little bit longer for her to be of age.
Right. It's true.
And then also, I saw this clip from Bill Maher. I don't know how old it is, but he's talking about dads and the importance of traditional dads what he calls the trad dad. And I loved what he said about them. This is absolutely perfect.
This is why the traditional dad, the trad dad, needs to make a comeback. Not all the way back to the 1950s psychopath who never said he loved you and hit you with a belt, no. But just back to the dad who believes that because I said so is a perfectly legitimate answer to any question a child may have. Just back to the dad who would never say anything as stupid as, my kid is my hero, or where do you want to eat dinner? Or one more story and then we really have to start thinking about going to bed, okay? Trad dads don't negotiate. They say, you will apologize to your mother. Don't make me turn this car around. Some things just happen because life is unfair. Clean your room, be quiet, the adults are talking, and it's not all about you. Mostly, a trad dad knows he's your parent, not your friend. He isn't your emotional support animal. He's simply a guy who understands the job to raise an adult who can survive in the wild.
God, that was perfect.
It's seriously
Perfect.
my husband. My husband is like a total boomer.
I know. I mean, I find those videos. I'm getting a lot of them in my feed lately, and I keep sending them to Ron saying, thank you for being this kind of dad. Thank you for being this kind of husband.
Right. Yeah. Greg
Because-
he's totally like that. He is. And sometimes he looks around and he's like, I feel like I'm one of the few that does that, you know, because we're older parents, first of all, and there's a lot of younger parents out there who are doing it a little differently than us, but
they're softer. And I don't know
Yeah.
if softer is better.
they're gentler.
And that's amazing coming from Bill Maher, who obviously is not a dad. You know what I
No,
mean?
he's
So
not.
I was just really proud of him for
Mhm.
putting that out, because I was like, that's perfect. That's exactly what dads need to be like.
Yeah,
Exactly what they need to be like.
definitely do. Yeah.
All right, hide your kids, hide your wives for this first My Pillow talk, because it's got a little language, not bad, but it just cracked me up. So there's it's one of those reaction videos where there's a guy on the right-hand side of your screen who's showing off a trick, and then, well, you'll hear what happens.
Damn, bro, you must get bitches.
Still no bitches.
Oh my God.
You must get bitches. Still no bitches.
No,
I can put
none.
toast on its side. Still no bitches.
No bitches. They usually come running for that, right?
All right. And then if you've ever had more than one dog at a time, you know that your dogs develop favorite spots.
I love it. Oh my gosh, the shower.
Gigi! Stop!
Bye. Oh my God, it's my favorite. It's just so great.
You like the
Luffy, stay. Stay.
Yo vine.
I wish our dogs would do that. We're trying so hard to get one of our dogs to go in the pool. None of them would go.
Wow, that's amazing. And it's almost like they take cues from each other. Like, well, if you're not going in, I'm not going in. You know
Right.
what I
And we
mean?
heard that bear used to swim in a lake and he will not get in the pool. We have tried and tried and tried. We're just going to throw him in at some point and just be like, dude, look how awesome it is. Get in. I want that so badly.
And so I know we've played a montage previously of cats stealing their owner's food, but here's some more that are just, these cats are dicks, you guys. Some of them are just huge dicks. Watch this.
Oh.
No, 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 no.
Oh my God.
No. No. Hey.
I quarter pounder.
Oh. Oh my God.
You cannot have an entire loaf of bread. Stop it. Please, why do you want it? No, go away.
My cat cows are like that. If I have any sort of food,
Oh my
they will just like
gosh.
reach in. They'll try to eat anything that I have. Anything.
All right, last one. This is the cutest dog. Oh my gosh, you guys. So this is I guess this, it's a flashback. The owners were remembering their puppy's first taste of ice cream. And this just somehow gets better and better the longer you watch it. There is no cuter puppy. Oh my God. It just will break your heart wide open.
Oh my God. Look at his face.
Look at his itty bitty mouth shivering.
Why don't you get one? You've got to get one. You've got to experience a puppy. She's never experienced a puppy, you guys. She always gets dogs. Always gets
dogs.
Yeah, she always gets dogs that are like dogs that are potty trained and stuff. She doesn't want to live through the puppy phase. And I'm like, you've got to experience the puppiness of a puppy.
Do
you know?
I know?
Yeah.
Can I just look at it on the internet?
No. Because I mean, they're not. It goes really quickly, and it's not bad. You just have to, and they get potty trained pretty quickly. I'm not wrong about that, you guys, right? I mean, it's like it's just something. I feel like it's a rite of passage. If you are a dog owner, you've got to have at least one puppy. She's never experienced that. You guys,
It
get
is
on her about
tempting.
that.
It's very tempting.
And
very, very tempting.
And it's just, and that, if you experience that, it's like you grow with that puppy. It's like having I just feel like that is. I know everybody's like, not everybody, but there's some people out there saying I like a potty trained dog too. I get it. But at the same time, just experiencing the puppy breath, the puppy smells, all the puppy idiosyncrasies. Puppies it's like having a baby. It's over really quickly, but man, that whole time is so wonderful, right?
I don't know. I just remember you being like not getting any sleep and like
it's worth it. You forget it. You forget how much I don't get any sleep anyway. I'm menopausal. Whatever. It's so fun. They're so cute and fun and
we have a thank you from Carrie Heath, who said, "Good morning, chicks. I want to wish my daughter a happy 17th birthday. She is the most generous, intelligent, talented, and beautiful teen I know. Also, congratulations on getting a job with the church yesterday. You are so special, baby girl. I love you the mostest." That's so sweet.
No, it's very, very sweet.
Minnesota Solar Baby says, "If this were Fight Club, Daisy, my money is on you." Meredith RN said, "I used to listen to Candace, but now know she's batshit. My mom's uncle was part of a Scottish regiment that literally piped into Belsen to liberate it after World War II."
Yeah.
Audrey Krause 5 says, "I'm married to a trad dad. It's the best. Working at a school for 23 years, I've seen the decline of these kind of amazing dads, and it reflects in the kids' behavior. The standout kids, and they do still exist, are an absolute pleasure. Make parenting great again." No doubt, man.
Yes.
Now you.
Okay. Charity Inglis. I love the grok comments. 100% correct. You guys keep your moral compass intact. I've been to Dachau, and to deny it happened is insanity. I don't understand those people. And like, I mean, our moral compass it's like firmly established, like my loss of estrogen, it's gone. So my moral compass it's like replaced all the hormones that are now gone. You know what I mean? Aaron Krieger, "It's okay to talk to homosexuals. Just be careful not to touch one. You might catch gay. Take my homosexual money." Aaron, you're right. We'll be careful. MT, "If Trump had to be told he was in the files, that indicates lack of wrongdoing. Do they not realize that? Anything to dunk on Trump." You're right. I don't know what they're going to, what are they going to do when he's gone? I just still don't know what they're going to do. Like they're going to have to turn their ire to JD or Marco or DeSantis. It's going to be somebody. Arnerm, "It'll become a nothing burger, but Obama not only directed the false intel assessment, but also directed the surveillance of Mr. Trump's campaign. How is that different from Watergate?"
It's worse. It's way worse. I think it is.
Yep. So much of this is worse. Jose Rodriguez, "Morning from Texas, y'all. My condolences for your packet loss. Just take my bits." We don't know what it is. What is that? No idea. MT, Anna, an Armenian, works for the Young Turk. She went to work for someone who explicitly denied the genocide of 1 million Armenian Christians. Yeah. Well, I mean, money talks. We've seen that a lot with people. MT, 522,000 Sudanese infants infants have starved to death in the 2 years since the war there started. Same amount of time as the Israel-Hamas war. Silence.
Yeah, but there's no Jews.
Yeah, there's no Jews.
So
you take the
no
Jews
no
out
news.
of it. No Jews, no news. Yes. MT, Candace needs to do a series on her closet homosexual husband in defense for childhood bestie Tate. Seems Tate knows where the booties are buried.
Yeah, I mean, she's friends with Kanye and Andrew Tate. I'm good. You keep those people, and I'll just stay over here,
Right.
away from all
we're
of
gonna
that.
go ahead and be over here, not having fights with her. You know what I mean? GCQC, Mock, I noticed you didn't need to get up and stretch your leg through the whole show, and it seems like it happened yesterday too. Love seeing your progress. Camp Tono, Texas time is coming up, and I can't wait.
You guys, I climbed a flight of stairs. I can climb one flight of stairs. I can't go down, but I can climb them, and that is progress. So
that means by
I'm doing good.
April, when we have our meet and greet, you are going to be dancing.
I better be dancing.
Yeah. Shelly Ethington. Today would have been my parents' 71st anniversary here on earth, but they were spending it together eternally in heaven. They left such a great legacy. That is so sweet, Shelly.
That is
Happy
sweet.
heavenly anniversary. That is really, really neat. You guys bring it in. Bring it in. We're talking to Scott Jennings today.
Scott.
That's right.
Jennings.
You guys have a wonderful Thursday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.